my job as the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, an office under the President of Ghana, is to actually go out to look for investors who fit into the Ghana story. And that is a very broad story. It's a very interesting story, a story that I call the 3 O's: opportunity, openness, and optimism. And my job is to go out, speak to investors about the brand Ghana, which is a very important brand. For me, it's probably one of the most instructive, if you're coming to Africa, is to look at the story of Ghana. And why Ghana? First of all, Ghana was the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence in 1957 under President Kwame Nkrumah. And since then, Ghana has sort of spearheaded the African Renaissance. Our gaining independence actually triggered and motivated a lot of Afro-optimism in the continent. That led to a lot of countries also fighting for independence. But beyond that, I think that Ghana has always sort of driven a certain agenda of economic freedom, political freedom on the African continent. First of all, we are very politically stable. We are known for our love of democracy and the rule of law. And that is very important, even for investors coming to the country. So as we go out to speak to investors, we first of all let them know where Ghana is. And you know something very interesting about Ghana? Like I said, we are probably the only country that can claim to be in the center of the world. We are the only country that's close to latitude, where latitude 0 crosses longitude 0. So geographically and technically, we are in the center of the world. But it means a lot to us as well, because it means that in terms of logistics globally, we're very well positioned. In fact, you can fly out from Ghana to almost any important market within 8 hours, of course, except Asia, which is far away geographically. And so our movement onto other continents is very fast, whether it's to Latin America, whether it's to the Caribbean, to Europe, or to the Americas. If you fly directly, you should get there within 8 to 10 hours. Apart from the fact that, we have been slow in development, we probably have the greatest potential for wealth creation for the world. Africa is resource rich. It has a great, vibrant population, currently 1.4 billion people, of which 60% are less than the age of 35. That is a consumer market waiting to happen globally, but it's also the source of the next pool of human capital that I believe is going to drive global growth. But beyond that, the continent itself is resource rich. And you look at almost all the transition minerals required today for energy, change. Most of it is in Africa. And that makes it very important in the perspective of global growth, especially in the light of climate change and energy transitions. But beyond that, 60% of the African land mass, just like in Ghana, is agricultural. And 60% of the remaining arable land left in the world can be found in Africa. So not only does Africa have the resources to drive global growth, it has the people, the numbers, it has the market, it has the actual labor pool to actually facilitate that. And Ghana is positioned centrally in that. I say Ghana is Africa 101. And many ask, so how is Ghana positioned? I say we are neither west nor east, north or south. We are forward looking. And we are central, and we engage. And so my job is to come here, and I'm very delighted to be here in Thailand, because Thailand fits the Ghana story very well. The Ghanaian economy is about 85% SMEs. When you come to Thailand, you see a lot of that. We've met with very important groups, especially the automotive sector, who have great significance in partnering with us in Ghana to drive our automotive, our own automotive industry. There are a number of OEM equipment and OEM parts manufacturers who are looking for new markets, and Ghana offers them a very important home. And it's important also because of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which creates the single largest tariff-free market in the world today. Or 54 countries, but like I said, a population of 1.4 billion people, which will grow to 2.6 billion by 2050, and 1/4 of the world's population. You can't do global business without being Africa. And we are looking out for investors as much as, like I said, Thailand is replete and ripe with SMEs that are doing great things. Ghana is ready to partner with them. into the Africa continent. If you come manufacture in Ghana, you have tariff-free access to the rest of the African continent. So we're inviting all the businesses that we are meeting today, and we've met since being here, to take a look at Ghana. We will welcome you. I think the major opportunity is new markets. I mean, since the COVID pandemic and the recent crisis between Russia and Ukraine and other emerging global crises, there have been new opportunities, new markets, new great opportunities for onshoring, reshoring, friendshoring, and the ability to engage. And I think that there's a natural fit. And I did say earlier that the South-South cooperation opportunity is massive. It's not just about business, it's about bringing the world together. And Ghana is very important and significant to that. I mean, our president illustriously came out to say that we are moving beyond aid. So our own economy is transitioning under the name Ghana Beyond Aid. And we're looking for sustainable partnerships that would inure to our mutual benefit. So it's a very important question you ask, that we should merge and blend and create a better world for ourselves. Very vast and glaringly open for businesses that are here, creating new markets, a bigger market, a more vibrant market, a more dynamic market in Africa. And so the partnerships are very important. And we offer a great opportunity to Southeast Asian SMEs to actually come work and build factories in Africa that will inure to our mutual benefit. Especially in the automotive, there's a new direction moving into e-mobility. And when you come to Africa, almost all the resources required for e-mobility, whether it's in the batteries or in the aluminium for cars or the iron ore for parts, you have it in abundance in Africa. So instead of exporting to Africa, rather come to Africa, partner with Africans and partner with Ghanaians, build the cars and sell into a market that is waiting for you. Already I know that the delegation, the Thai delegation of industrialists, especially in the automotive and the agro-processing and in the pharmaceuticals and healthcare center, are looking to come to Accra, Ghana on the 27th of July based on this visit alone. And so I believe that there are more opportunities going to open up, and we really look forward to partnering with them. Because Ghana itself is in transitioning. We are transitioning our economy from one that was predicated on the export of raw materials and resources to one of transformation today, where we add value to all those resources and then operate at the higher ends of the value chain. And so we are looking for partnerships that will enable us to do that. And for GIPC, ours is to look for sustainable partnerships, not just businesses, but sustainable partnerships. And for us, an investor is a partner. Investment is a relationship. It's just not a business, it's a relationship. Indigenous direct investors to work together to build an economy for mutual benefit. I think that it's about time. The African opportunity is much more important now than it ever was. And if it didn't happen then, it's going to happen now. And so we are fashioning the roadmaps to it. Like, for example, we've recently, GIPC has set up an aftercare unit that works with investors, potential investors, to onboard their businesses first of all, but also to raise the red flags in the relationships between foreign direct investment and the economy and resolve them. We have a diaspora office that is looking at the African in the diaspora, the Ghanaian in the diaspora, and also looking at them as a good resource of foreign direct investment. We have an active research unit that is looking at the indicators, the trends, and seeing how best we can fashion our own policies to make Ghana much more attractive than it is. And lastly, an aggressive marketing unit that makes sure that you know about Ghana, you hear about Ghana, and you want to come to Ghana because it's a place that you have to want to come to. It's a very friendly, bubbly country, full of sunshine all year round, English speaking, in the center of the world. Who wouldn't want to be in the center of the world? I thought it's important to send this message to many of the SMEs who are here, who are looking for growth, that Ghana offers a tremendous opportunity. So come to Ghana, grow in Ghana, and grow with Ghana.